Hello and welcome to the Call of Cthulhu. Dun dun dun. We're
Calls
back.
inside the house.
We're back. We're back at the tabletop. Well, the tabletop simulator, at any rate. And we're gonna play Call of Cthulhu. And just for funsies, I know we usually do these for board games instead, but uh, I came up with a prediction.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who
Okay.
who loses more sanity by the end of the game? You or me?
That's valid. That's valid. We now have the ability to cast magic spells, and that's probably more power than either of us should be granted.
Yeah, and it could cause a rapid loss of sanity, so, I don't know.
What? That's awfully timely to what I had planned for tonight. Funny.
Oh no!
We're facing the sanity, what's draining monsters of,
Right?
Carpash 2 or something.
Oh my God.
Alright, I have the prediction lined up, and, just waiting to click pull the trigger, but, I don't know, is anybody in chat? I can't even see the chat because the prediction takes up the whole thing.
Yeah, Conrad's here.
Alright,
Hey,
perfect.
what's up, dude?
Hey, Conrad. Alright, I'll go ahead and start the prediction. You have 15 minutes to make up your mind as to whether you want to wager on CJ or myself as to who will lose the greatest amount of sanity by the end.
It's not the total sanity. It's how much we spend.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It's whoever loses the most between you or I.
That is fair. That is fair. I like it.
Mm-hmm. So even though technically you have more than me at this point, if you lose 10 and I only lose 5, you're the
Right.
winner.
That's fair.
So
It will probably be me.
Most likely.
68. And then
I'm already
51
terrified
for
of
me.
counter clerk's named Karen.
Already
so.
halfway to insanity as it happens. I literally have nothing to level up because I don't think I succeeded at a single roll last game. And that sounds...
We didn't do a lot of rolls last time.
Yeah. Well, I also have been failing rolls left and right for, I don't know, the past 41 years of my life. But especially the last week has been awful for dice rolls.
True. Alrighty. Well, I can hear myself through CJ's thing, by the way.
You can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on one sec. Let me see if I can fix that.
You're her special boy. Don't worry, Big Mama Bliss will protect you, CJ. You're her special boy.
That's right.
Aw.
Why?
Conrad's so kind.
Well, it's good now, so I don't know what was going on. Maybe we were just too close to the
I'm just making sure that. Oh, that's microphone headset headphones. Let me just turn that down. Does that sound a little bit better?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just wonder if my microphone was too sensitive.
Maybe. If he's a little quiet, let us know, chat. Well, to get started, to explain why you're currently sitting in the middle of your apartment, after the ritual, you both felt heavy. Power has its costs, after all. Dusk had arrived, and the illumination of the numerous street lamps was the tall tale sign that it is time to return home. So you did. CJ is quiet now, according to Conrad.
Yeah.
Okay. One sec.
You're walking the line between his microphone being too powerful and picking up everything, or too quiet and not picking him up.
Yeah. One sec.
The wonderful world of audio. My
Yeah.
favorite thing in the whole wide world.
To be fair, I'm talking from a hotel room, so.
Yeah.
One moment. User settings. Voice. Loud as fuck. Is that better?
Yes.
You sound better on my end.
Okay.
All right. As you settle into your apartment, it does not take long for your thoughts to flow. Assuming Jenkins is neither dead nor dying, and that he remains living until such time that he can perform the ritual and send a reply, it'll be some time before you possibly hear anything back. In the meantime, you have been given a taste and you have been given a task. Obtain the Necronomicon and bring it to the Keeper. There is also still the matter of Anasis de Vries and his plot to start a world-ending war, his whereabouts of which are unknown.
Yeah.
Seemingly impossible quests that could only end in death and suffering.
Okay. So let's
I mean,
get
I
on
feel like
with
there
it.
should be an extra option in this
We
somewhere.
should get on with the death and suffering. Like, why are we waiting?
Yeah.
Let's just get to it.
Well, Ark, I'm glad you bring it up.
This apocalypse isn't going to start itself.
Yeah, right.
Ark, with your skill as a private investigator, your
Mhm.
expertise with a gun, and that surely to become problematic natural charm of yours, combined with Obadiah's open receptiveness to the arcane, his strength and tactical military knowledge, it may very well be possible, perhaps even with minimal death and suffering.
Oh, goody.
I think this can be fine.
Now more than ever, it's probably good to come up with a plan, though.
All right. I would like to retire in South Central Florida and just spend my days playing Pinochle
Playing Pinochle in Florida.
and drinking rum punch.
Is it too late to grow a garden of bliss flowers?
I'm gonna be a sassy retiree,
Oh
like
my
the
gosh!
male version of Blanche Devereaux. Okay.
I love it.
All right. Well, what clues do we have left as to Mr. DeVries? The only thing we have left is the bunker, right? Or was there anything else?
Well, with both things that you have in mind, we'll start with in terms of the library to kind of give you the side quest or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
It would not surprise you if you were to find the Arkham Library to be filled to the brim with traps, both mechanical and magical. And the librarian would surely keep you from taking any artifact, especially to give it to some cosmic elder god. All you have right now is that he has no reason to suspect you, at least not yet. He did offer access to some of the more secure sections of the library if you were to go out and do investigations for him. You don't believe that includes where the Necronomicon is, but perhaps an opportunity to earn his trust and narrow down its location and possibly learn the library's defenses, even how to disable them. As far as Anasis de Vries goes, you don't have much of a lead. It seems that after his failure at the end of the last war, he went into hiding, leaving his disciples to gather more followers and prime the world for Bliss's coming. Perhaps tracking down and disrupting his cult's rituals and searching their lairs may yield clues to his whereabouts, though all have proven that they cannot be simply tortured to reveal information. They seem to have a bad habit of forgetting to burn the letters after reading, if you catch my meaning. Your journey may take you to some interesting places, even more interesting than the ones you've experienced recently. You have to ask yourself if that is what you want to do, however. You will almost certainly walk through some of the most darkest streets, the coldest woods, and most impossible landscapes. Doing so may result in your death, or worse, your insanity, but you may protect the world from a grim fate. You may come out stronger, wiser, more powerful than anything you could have dreamed of. The world may never know it. It must never know it. But you would have lived your life as what you started off to be, investigator.
Well, Ark, I mean, the 1920s, if they're not famous for anything else, it's how nice their asylums are and how well they treat the patients. So, I mean, how...
That's certainly what I think of when I think of the 1920s. My God,
be a retirement home.
Their asylums were amazing.
Not that mental health care has improved much since the 1920s, but it's pretty much a torture chamber back in this era, so we should probably avoid that, huh?
I mean, I wouldn't mind the chance to regain some sanity, but
Right. Well, I
say
have a
it's
hypothesis.
either we go check out the bunker or we go to Arkham Library.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we're undergunned for the bunker. I would love to access the bunker with substantially fewer people than last time.
I mean, you have an ability that turns people inside out and can arc lightning to other people and
Yeah.
make them insane. Like
Yeah,
it's
and let me explain to you how badly I want to use that.
We could just pop you into that bunker and let you hit like some guy in the middle of
Yeah,
the Nazi dance floor or whatever the
yeah.
hell. Just get somebody in the middle of the room and just pop him, and then everybody else just loses their minds.
Right, right. I mean, I could go to the entrance and like feign that I'm injured while you go explore the place, and then when they all gather around me, I'll be like, "Unlimited power!" They won't even see that shit coming.
Dude, we should side quest. We should we should make ourselves stronger or more insane.
Well,
Before
here's my thought on the library. Because we know that this guy's out there, and I think the best way to get access to other things at the library would be to maybe explain to him that they're coming and that he has access to all these elder gods and all these elder books and et cetera, et cetera. And maybe he can explain the defenses a little bit better to us and make sure that the books are safe.
I mean, that is what the holder of occult knowledge just explained to us.
Yes,
So
that's what I'm
yes.
saying. But if we warn him about this guy and explain that he's trying to capture the book, maybe he can tell us how safe it is and how it's safe. Give us a
Yes.
little insight.
Again, you're pretty much just repeating what.
Let's do the thing.
All right, yeah, let's go talk to him.
All right.
Okay. So you set course to. Oh, Obadiah's gone.
Yep,
Goodbye.
I saved me, but you closed up shop before
it's
Obadiah
okay, you
got
don't-
out.
What
This
the hell?
this
okay, you
image is not available.
You don't really need him, so it's fine.
You don't need. He's not needed where you're going.
It's fine. Yeah, because this is about as much as it gets, unfortunately.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So you make your way and take a bus to Arkham, and then you head into the Arkham Library, which is somewhere on this hard to see through map. And you get there. It is open to you, even though it is not open to the public at current time.
Right.
You are allowed in it as you are a special case
Right.
for entry.
Since we have all those spells and stuff written down, do we could we provide a copy to the librarian in order to
Potentially, yes, you
give
could.
them some information?
Even though it translates as you read it, you could still write it in it,
Transcribe it.
transcribe it, and all that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I guess we can do that on the bus ride. I'll sit there and transcribe horrifying magic spells with the general public sitting around me. It seems responsible. That seems responsible.
Cook human, that's all you need, says Conrad.
Yeah.
Der Reichswehr, not the other group I'm allowed to type out, says Blood. Technically, yes.
Oh
But,
my. We're running out of time in predictions, and my goodness. There's a heavy lean towards CJ with just like a minutes to go. 27,000 points on CJ as opposed to 7,500 for me.
Oh wow. They know me all too well.
We shall see.
I would turn these people into baked potatoes.
All right. Never mind that, librarian. He's not talking. We're talking about lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
He
Just some-
wants to have a baked potato. Um. Anyway,
Anyway,
are we
Anyway.
speaking to Mr. Librarian or?
Yes, so the librarian, he greets you as you come in.
okay.
He again reminds you that of the places you have access to, and just the places you don't currently. He also does say that there is a line of possible investigations if you are interested. So
Ooh. Well, why don't we talk to him about this German fellow we're concerned with, and maybe he can tell us which investigations he thinks might have something to do with that.
Yeah.
okay,
Currently hunting down Mr. DeVries.
Yeah.
He appears to be in league with a giant bliss monster, and we're trying to track it and or him down.
We
Well,
may
it's
or may not have
fascinating.
mildly possessed another person to banish it back to hell using German grenades. It's a long story. It's a very long story.
He he finds what you're saying difficult to understand, but he does believe you.
Yeah.
Um, as he is no fool, he understands that there are just some things that are unexplainable that just
Yeah.
happen. Uh, but he goes, well, I'm not entirely sure if these investigations or most of these investigations are related to Anastas de Vries and his cult or not. Um, he goes, their MO, it goes, I don't know if they have much of an MO besides the fact that they all seem to be of some German or German descent and that their layers are consist of that of essentially hidden bunkers.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be what we're continuously encountering. If there's one thing these guys know how to do, it's build an underground bunker.
He goes, yes, and I believe that is probably Anastas de Vries himself. He must have been uh, an architect of some sort in his
Engineer?
youth, an engineer, surely.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe that's what he was doing before he decided to summon elder beasts to do things with. Um, yeah, I mean we're genuinely concerned with his activities because we think that he may actually be planning on assaulting the library at some point to get a hold of some of your knowledge.
He goes, really? He goes, that would make sense. Why? But it's
We overheard some cultists discussing
not.
uh, a possible visit to this place. Has anybody suspicious visited recently?
He goes, not recently. We have much of the local, the public come in, and of course, an occasional investigator looking for the more specific book, but nothing that would stay. No one that would be, say, casing the place.
Right. So, aside from the book that shall not be named, apparently, do you have other things here that they'd want to get their hands on?
He goes, possibly. I do occasionally gain artifacts and pieces of literature that are simply cannot be found or replicated elsewhere.
Gotcha. We've run into a couple of cultists that seem to possess the ability to cast spells. So
He goes,
that's
he goes, oh yes, it is a dangerous double-edged sword. Only the most desperate fool would ever use magic.
yes, yes, yes. What kind of lunatic would cast spells that can cook people like baked potatoes? That's pure lunacy.
Absolutely.
Mm. But
And
you do possess
inhumane.
that sort of wares here.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You actually have some of that stuff on campus.
He kind of goes, we have minor incantations, yes. Some of the more dangerous things are under lock and key, of course.
Wise.
Yeah, I mean, judging from what these guys have at their disposal, you might need more than a few locks and keys. But if you don't mind me asking, is there a reason you haven't destroyed these things? Like, why are we keeping them? If they're too dangerous to use and you don't want the wrong people to have it, Why did they exist?
He goes, not everything can be destroyed.
Interesting.
And oftentimes it is far better to just lock it away than attempt to destroy something only for it to backfire.
Yeah, that's true.
There's
That's
no
true.
there's no safe way to dispose of these, is what I'm trying to get at.
Gotcha. No, that's good information. We're kind of new to this, so.
Blood well, because destroying it doesn't mean it's gone. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Or destroying it is how you use it. Who knows? Some of this stuff is alien, so alien that even he doesn't know what it does.
Yeah. Well, we'll just put it at the public library where it's safe, because no one goes to the library.
Well, under the guise of a public library, sure.
Yeah.
I assure you that it's, as well as many others that are well hidden in this library, are, as I said, under lock and key, but there is definitely more in safeguard to it than that.
That's good to know. So you have them like stuffed between the self-help books that nobody ever reads. Like,
Yeah. Yes, the Necronomicon's cover has been replaced with a how to change a tire for dummies.
Right.
Yeah, instead of the Dewey Decimal System, this library uses the We Don't Decimal System.
That's right. Oh god, now I feel old because I know what that is. Oh my god. All right, well let's talk about some of these investigations that you have for us.
It goes very well. I was gonna say, watch what you label it. Okay, I know. There's some things I gotta be careful of saying. Anyways, he goes, oh yes, a few investigations here and there. We've been hearing of strange goings-ons further north, closer to Maine, in the colder parts. Talks of apparitions appearing in cold and misty forests. He goes to the west, more mainland. We have talks of some creature devouring small animals and leaving
I think that's what animals do.
leaving their bloodless corpses
Oh.
left on the side of the roads.
I mean, we're gonna need a red shirt if we're gonna go fight another monster. Our last red shirt hasn't healed yet.
He goes, there has been talks of more cult activity taking place even back in the city of Manhattan.
Really?
Apparently there was a power vacuum and
Oh yeah.
And a gang war of sorts has kind of broken out.
You know, you fix one problem and you create another.
I don't even know that that's our fault.
You know what? I don't either. I mean, Gangs of New York was a decent movie though, so I mean, let's just let it happen. It's fine. Let's let people kill people.
Yeah, that's the
what
message.
they do best.
That's the message we want to send. Let people kill people.
That's what they do.
I
don't know if we're ready to go back to New York already.
Time to bust out more bliss on them gangs. Well, we
That's
could.
right. Everyone chill out. Have some of this herb. That's the message we want to get out. Less gang violence, more bliss.
Yes.
These cultists have been going about it all wrong.
Interesting.
Well, none of them really sound like DeVries could be behind them, but
I mean, do you want to try and sack the bunker? You think we got what we need to
no
infiltrate, or
I don't. I would
we
like
could try join the cult.
I would like German uniforms and a better instruction on the German language before I even tried.
What if we hire somebody, a translator? So the cultists need members, and the cultists need probably guns and ammunition, right? What if we posed ourselves as gun runners or something?
It's not a terrible idea.
And have somebody set up a meet for us.
You do have access to Smirnoff's shop to kind of
Right.
sell it.
I mean, even if we're just selling them dynamite, not that I want to equip them with dynamite. We could just collapse the bunker, but it would probably destroy the whole city, unfortunately. And who knows if they have an escape under some underground canal or some nonsense.
And yeah, what's his face got away once before. He'll do it again.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think maybe we can just
He'll have a bolt hole. He'll have a way out.
Yeah, but I think if we can actually talk to them, that might help us out. But you're right, we don't speak enough German to really, gracefully walk in. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the right way to, because we can't just bully our way in there.
Well, we have these other options. Maybe we should try one of those and
You want to head to upstate Maine first?
See where it leads us.
Right.
The apparitions appearing in the mist.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we might find a dark one, and he might know exactly where he is. Who knows?
Maybe.
One more thing before we go. I forget this guy's name. Oh yeah, I apologize.
I think we just call him the Librarian.
Hey, the Librarian. Maybe I call you Mr. the Librarian. I've uncovered
my middle name.
You're right. we uncovered some documents in one of our otherworldly journeys. This language is we have a minor codex to it. We got some of it translated. You wouldn't happen to have any other works that are in a similar language, something we could sort out a cipher?
He goes, "Give me a moment."
And he wheels his chair out of frame.
Yeah, it disappears, so just eats out of existence.
Spend points to put ideas in characters' minds. I love that idea. I love that idea.
He goes, "I do have a few." He goes, "What specifically are you looking for, however?"
Well, I can show him some of the pages with the language on it. Say this is the language, and we know what some of the characters mean. If you have transcribed any more, so if you have other books that have been
Wait a minute. Is this the language that we can read at will?
Yes.
Are you just bluffing?
Yes, I want to see if he has other books.
All right, fine.
Because we can read them.
I'm just checking.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Sorry, excuse me, Dr. Mrs. the Monarch Librarian.
Venture Brothers is such an underrated show. That was amazing.
Eric Lewis here, late to the party. How tentacly has it gotten? Not very tentacly yet.
We're just getting warmed up.
We're tentacle free at the moment. We are librarying it.
He does have one that contains some folk magic inside of it.
You say?
Yes.
Folk magic.
This diluted magic or actions and effects that might appear magical.
Oh, okay.
Might still be useful.
Yeah. I mean, even if I can create a simple illusion or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not picky on my magic.
That would come in handy, and it probably wouldn't have as big a cost.
That's true too. I got a lot of sanity to spend this episode, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I'd be happy to see if I can combine our knowledge and get more information. Unless you have a cipher for this language already.
He goes, "I have a minor cipher. It's not reliable. It's not complete." He goes, "But I can allow you use of it if you so wish."
Yeah, maybe we can combine our information to get a better understanding for everybody.
Right. Upon looking at the cipher with your basic gift of translation, the cipher is off quite a bit.
Right.
Like a few vowels or whatever, vowel sound not quite right. So, oftentimes, when trying to decipher anything with this cipher, gives you only half the picture.
Yeah, I kind of just want to
So it's
pretend I can't
possible
read it.
he just thinks it's folk magic because it only partially works.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. I just pretty much want to sit down and, pretend I'm having trouble reading it while reading it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Oh, we have a roll. I think it's Cthulhu Mythos, technically, but
Yeah, I suppose it would be. Not that it's very high.
no.
I mean, I got 30. But it'll never get higher if we don't keep trying, right?
True.
Alright, I'm not scared. I'll give it a roll.
So
That is as bad as it could possibly be.
that is an epic fail.
Your cipher is garbage, sir.
I mean, I could try, but my Cthulhu Mythos is even lower than yours.
Well, it's all you have to do is not roll a 90.
Oh yeah, you're talking to me here.
Oh, look at you!
I got
at
a
you!
22.
Oh, look at that.
I passed.
So, Obadiah,
Yeah.
you try too hard to make it look like you don't know what you're looking at, to the point
Right,
where you
right.
actually feel like you don't know what you're looking at. You've like psyched yourself out somehow, even though you can clearly see what you're looking at.
Oh my god.
He kept doing this with
Or-
his eyes, like just flexing and like trying to look like he's, but he couldn't actually read it.
Oh my.
For you, however, Ark, you actually recognize that, in fact, this is a book that explains an enchantment and how to enchant something.
Ooh. Mm.
Ooh.
What that is, you're not quite sure. It would require a little bit of further study, but you believe that that would be your eventual outcome would be to learn an enchantment spell of some sort.
Mm.
I mean, if the librarian leaves us to ourselves for a little while, do you want to try and transcribe that?
I wouldn't mind trying.
Okay. I mean, we don't have to be anywhere. If he gets too nosy, he'll turn him into a baked potato.
Now.
No, I mean, I'm sorry.
Now. Always going.
Please stop threatening the civilians.
Just a message that comes across the screen. Do not kill innocent people.
Oh, sure. Cthulhu Mythos is the one box I can't check.
Yeah.
Aside from credit rating, of course, which also doesn't go up, just like real life.
Just really real life. Yeah.
In the many scriptures of this book, in the diagrams and whatnot, you oftentimes see like alchemical kind of equations and shapes, drawings, black and white drawings of weaponry, like blades and arrows and whatnot, that all kind of show that this spell is meant to enchant perhaps a weapon of sorts.
Oh, we need this. I need this.
Yes, we do.
You need this.
We need magic guns.
The spell itself
enchants the weapon with smelly farts. I'm like, damn it!
So let me go ahead.
Boiled again.
Spell this out and fuck. Turned into a pop gun. This spell, though known as Blessed Blade, is actually described or titled the Imbue Might of the Elder Ones.
Ooh.
Bullets.
Oh, does that mean we're actually borrowing the power of the Elder Ones for our weapons? Oh, boy.
I mean, that's... What else? What else are we gonna do? I mean,
it's not like we can imbue the might of the younger ones.
Right, exactly. That's
They're,
exactly my
they're,
point.
they're still in school. They're not very strong.
What's the point of them being so mighty if we can't imbue our weapons with that?
I'm just saying. Just saying. Why couldn't we imbue might of properly adult ones for once?
Right, right.
Just
We're gonna run into Haster, and he's gonna be like, you know what? I was going to absolutely destroy you, but I saw the way you imbued that shotgun, and that was tight.
You used imbue might of the 30-something ones? How on earth did you find that spell?
Turns out it's been in a book on a shelf that no one could translate. It shoots tentacles. Oh dear God. Lost sanity for everyone involved.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm gonna type this out, but I'll go ahead and read it first.
Okay.
The Blessed Blade, or the Imbue Might of the Elder One spell, costs 1d4 sanity points.
Oh dear.
The casting time is an hour minimum,
Oof.
depending on the size and the complexity of the weapon.
Naturally.
It makes a weapon, knife, sword, etc. In this case, firearms as well.
Yeah, obviously
Capable-
firearms weren't invented when they made the spell.
But it's a
Capable-
more complex weapon, so it's probably going to take longer for a gun.
Probably.
Right. Capable of damaging or killing entities that cannot be harmed by mundane weapons.
Ooh.
It requires the blood sacrifice of an animal or animals of at least size 50. The blade of the knife must be made of an elemental metal such as iron or silver. So the gun has to be iron or silver. The bullets have to be iron or silver.
Yeah.
Once made, the weapon is invested with 5 power points by the spellcaster. If the blade is broken, melted, or otherwise damaged, it permanently loses its magical ability. However, it will not be harmed when used in attacks against supernatural entities and performs dealing damage as per the weapon type.
Ooh. So you probably wouldn't actually be enchanting your gun. You'd probably be
No.
enchanting the bullets.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
And we got to kill an animal to do it. So hear me out. We get a cultist. We make him eat the bullets. We stab him in the stomach. Sacrifice complete. Bloody bullets. Enchanted.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, sure. Fine. Whatever you want to do. I'll be somewhere else while you're doing that. I was gonna say, but this is something we need.
I agree.
When
I agree.
when it's time to face big old Bliss monster, because we know he's coming back.
How big is the size?
Yeah,
50?
Eric Lou does have a very good question. How big is size 50?
Like 50 pounds or 50 ounces or?
Well, let's put it this way. Look at your own size, right? So your size of a... I'm not finished typing that yet, but your size is 90.
My size is 40. So an animal bigger than me.
Your size is 40? What the hell?
How is that even possible? How are you size 40?
I'm tiny.
You're a short man.
You dainty bitch.
So literally bigger than me. So we need like a horse, or
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need a person. People are animals.
or a large koala. Or
let me go ahead and look up what the size standards is, because what
Great
the hell?
Dane.
Oh my God.
Ark, what are you? Is a dog bigger than Ark? No, Ark's not a midget, but you have to understand is that CJ is a very large man.
Yeah. So if we find a cultist that's too small, we have to force feed him first.
Yeah. Ark is 5'3", and skinny as a rail.
Yeah, I guess so.
And Obadiah is a very large man who's 6'8" or something.
No, not quite that tall. I don't even remember where the hell my size is.
90.
Yeah, I'm a big dude. Yeah, I'm not a small dude. But I didn't think I was that tall. Oh, 6'3". Yeah, 6'3".
You find a cultist, but he's only size 49. Shucks.
We'll take him out for some
I'm
Italian
trying to
cuisine.
find a comparison that would make sense.
I
Well,
mean, I
let's-
would say horse, bear, deer, anything of that nature. I mean, even a deer's 300 pounds.
I'm trying to figure out like what in relative size is Ark, because I'm pretty sure he might be a dwarf with a size 40.
Listen, he's just short and he's 90 pounds soaking wet. Like,
He's just a scrawny dude.
just scrawny dude, that's it.
He's gonna talk you into a human centipede. Sold.
Oh, let's see here. A skeleton, which should be human size, is size 65. So the
Sure
average
you didn't
size of
miscalculate this?
a size of a skeleton is size 65.
We gotta get you some fine Italian cooking, man. We're gonna fatten you up.
The size of a dog is 35. You're only slightly bigger than a dog.
You're a very
Listen,
skinny
listen.
acid hound.
I've known some big dogs in my time, alright? I've ridden some big dogs in my time.
Oh man, this is too funny.
Oh my god. A condor is bigger than you.
Alright, can we get on with something that matters?
This is gonna be nothing but small jokes for the rest of the campaign. Oh jeez. All right. So what do we need to do to memorize said enchantment?
Hold on, my
Or do we write it down?
my thing's fucking out. Oh yeah, there it is.
You good?
Yeah, my thing was messing up. Let me finish typing this out then. So what do you need to do? You need to transcribe it onto somewhere you can take it.
Okay. Well, I have my notebook with me all the time anyway, so that's where we wrote down all of the spells we already have.
Yeah. And then once you have it, you should be able to, technically speaking, you should be able to cast it. Of
Okay.
course, as with everything, it could go horribly wrong.
Yes. Yes.
And you might think you might be enchanting your weapon, but you might accidentally melt it down to its basic components. Or it might turn alive and try to kill you. You don't know.
Which is why we should start with a blade.
Yeah. I mean, I have my cane sword. I got no problem enchanting it with some kick-ass. You want to do it like right in the middle of the library arc?
No. Yeah, I was thinking we do it just before the fight with Big Bliss.
What are you guys doing with that elk? I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. We need to go to the circus. I hear they have elephants.
Bet on Ark at the dog races. Thanks, Conrad. All right, who's waiting for who here? Are we done?
I'm watching Augie, right?
Augie's still typing. Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry.
Can't you copy and paste, boy?
Not when it's like a physical book in front of me.
Yeah, yeah, you can't really
Fair.
do that.
That's fair. All right. That sounds good. All right.
So yeah, you gain Blessed Blade or Imbue of the Elder Gods, which allows you to essentially make a magical weapon. So now things that are normally resistant to your damage, i.e., like say the Wendigo was,
Right.
with an enchanted weapon, would suffer full damage.
Mm. Maybe we should do this before we fight anything major.
Yeah,
Although
I mean,
the
let's go
loss
get some
of
investigation
up to 4 sanity is a bit of a problem. We should give the librarian something.
Well, I'm gonna give him.
Because his cipher is incomplete. Can we correct one of his wrong letters, maybe?
Well, yeah, let's correct a couple letters just to make it make more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you change around a couple of the vowels that had gotten mixed up, and remove a few that don't even exist.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll just scroll them down and show it to him. Just be like, well, here's what I've come up with. It's not as helpful as I hoped, but if we keep working on it, eventually we may have a full cipher.
He goes, oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, I hope that one day we have a full cipher as well, and then many of these spells can, in fact, be more readily used.
Excellent. If you come by more writings in this language, let me know, and maybe that'll help us get more information. So, and I'll do the same. We'll see if we can keep our eyes out for it.
He goes, oftentimes investigators that take tasks here will find these and bring them back. So,
Oh, phenomenal. We'll do the same.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna head up to Maine then. Could you give us the directions for that? We're gonna see what your mist monsters are up to.
He goes, all right. He goes, here's the investigation. There has been some apparitions appearing in a forest outside of town in Maine. These apparitions seemingly keep to themselves, but they harm anyone who enters this forest. It's earned the town a bit of a reputation, and the locals are terrified to go walking around.
What's the name of this town?
The town in Maine is, if I can pull it up real quick,
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Yes, it's because Silent Hill is in Maine.
It can be wherever you want in your world, Augie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
it's definitely not dairy. That would not make sense.
Greenvale.
It is.
There's a video game reference for literally no one but me.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said Greenvale,
Greenvale.
which is the town from Deadly Premonition.
Did you do a video on that?
No.
The name sounds familiar, but I have definitely never seen that game.
Deadly Premonition is a incredibly jank game that has the most effed up characters and story like in the history of anything. Like it's like Twin Peaks, the video game, turned up to 11. Turned up to 11, so it's even worse than like it's.
Well, now you should do a video on it.
It's absolutely insane. It's so many people have already. Like it's.
I'll have to check that out sometime. That sounds hilarious.
Oh God, yeah. There's got to be a great YouTube video like showing off like the most obscene, absurd things that happen in that game.
It is in Gurrit. It is west of New Brunswick and east of Quebec City.
Conrad saw me stream that game on GOG. Yeah, I did. I streamed that game from start to finish. I think. Yeah, I did the whole thing, the whole game, all the way through, which was an insane amount of fun.
I don't think I caught that stream though. I genuinely don't think I saw it. Maybe you mentioned it offhandedly once before because the name sounds very familiar. Go to Jerusalem's Lot.
Jerusalem's Lot. You mean Salem's Lot? No. In this case, it's a place called Gurrit. It is in the most northeastern part of Maine, just outside of Canada's New Brunswick and east of Quebec City.
Well,
it's kind of close to home, honestly.
Yes, it is.
Just a hop across the pond.
It is very close to Nova Scotia.
Started it at Halloween. You know, I might have last year started it at Halloween. I genuinely can't remember, to be honest. I know I did it within the past year, but you might be right about that, Conrad. Yeah, get some poutine. Hell yeah. Gonna be right next to Canada. Let's hop in, grab some poutine.
So
maybe
it is.
Check out Clifton Hill, you know?
Yeah, quite close to home. Quite close to those islands that you remember so well.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned with. We're either going to deal with fishmen or crab people. And I'm not down with either. But
thankfully, Gurrit is mostly landlocked. The only things nearby are a bunch of lakes that are surrounded by those woods.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's go see if we can discover the color of space. Then, I mean,
Guess so.
all right. Should we rent a car? Or should we take a bus? What do you think, Ark?
Bus is more likely, I think, but I
Alright.
don't know the time period all too well. We might have to get a bus as close as we can, and then
Right.
hike the rest of the way.
Well, as luck should so have it, you do forget that Smirnoff had left most of his possessions.
Oh yeah, Smirnoff might actually have a car.
Yeah, while he is surviving from a critical state in the hospital.
It's too bad we didn't learn a spell to heal people, because we could actually go.
It might be on the docket someday. It depends
Yeah,
on.
because I would genuinely do that for him. He took Wendigo to the face. He deserves a heal spell.
Poor guy. He'll never have the full use of his the guts again. I don't remember what
Yeah.
happened to him.
He's pretty well eviscerated. Yeah.
Nearly got bisected, if I recall.
Yes, very nearly in one hit.
Yeah. Or summon card spell.
Summon Carson.
Sold.
Oh my.
All right. Well, we'll take his car, I guess.
Yeah, you do find that he does have that that truck that he did drive along with you back to his when you guys went hunting for the Wendigo in the first place. And he was the one that drove you there.
Yes.
But
the Ford F1.
yes.
Yes. The F1.
The F1 that may or may not be actually
That's horribly inaccurate, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That way. I like it either way. So we should load up some bear traps and other hunting supplies just in case.
Right. When you do return from Arkham back to Black Point to go gather your belongings, you do notice that the town is less. What's the word? It seems emptier to you now.
A little too quiet.
It seems like, well, there's still people around, so it's still a bustling town regardless. But it feels emptier. Like there were a lot of people here, and after all these events, that it just cleared out.
Okay. Does it seem uncomfortably abnormal, or?
No, and in fact, you feel a little bit safer, thinking that maybe whatever was starting to slowly tighten its grip on this town, you may have
loosened it a bit with
your actions.
Yeah,
right.
I certainly hope so, but
I mean, it's not too late to cave in the mouth of the bunker. But yeah.
Again,
right.
bolt hole.
That's okay. It's okay.
But yeah,
well,
let's
let's equip ourselves then.
You begin to gather your belongings. You put all your things together. As far as your housing situation here, you have been paid up for a couple months, so it will continue to be available to you should you ever double back this way. As is the office in Manhattan will always be available to you should you ever head back that way as well. But yeah, you make way towards Maine. The trip is relatively long, based on where you are, geographically wise.
Right.
And you do have to make several stops along the way. So I will go ahead and, for the first time, try to do an encounters roll.
An encounters roll, huh?
Yeah, in this
case, roll one of those?
So in this case, I'm going to have both of you or one of you go ahead and roll, and I'm going to make a decision based on the roll. You want to more or less get higher than your luck total, we'll say.
Okay. All right. Well, let me give it a shot. I did
CJ,
bad.
stop rolling.
I'm here to help.
Oh, God. Oh, dear Jesus.
You go ahead and roll. Maybe you did really good, and I just get pulled out of the car, and you keep on driving.
Yeah, just because ejected mid-drive.
So much of tentacles reach in the car and
Yeah.
snatch me out of it. Ark's just like, nope.
Yeah, I did
Okay.
much better.
Okay, and we'll have you do it one more time. We'll do the day trip thing.
Okay. Let me see if I can screw this up more than once in a row. Yeah. Just
Hey.
Wow,
barely.
you just barely passed.
All right. So,
good.
yeah. You know, it's great for clearing bunkers, Bustard guess. Yeah, that's true. So as you're making your way along the road, this will happen closer to the evening when you're just about there towards your destination.
Okay.
It almost comes in like as if it crawls, almost as if it's alive. This thick fog begins to surround the road, but not quite touch the road, as there are lights in the road still that keep it at bay. But shapes in the distance start to look odd. What was just dark shapes of trees and bushes start to look more like twisted beings mocking you and watching you as you drive quickly by. I'd like you both to roll for sanity.
Hooray!
We want under, right?
Yes.
Ah, hell.
Chris do good?
Aaron do bad.
Aaron do bad.
Okay. So, Aaron, Ark, as you're driving, who's driving actually? Who's behind the wheel?
He is.
Okay. Just making sure, because this was gonna go from bad to worse.
Swerve
God,
straight into a demon
Jesus
tree.
Christ.
So, as you are driving down the road and you're feeling like you're being watched as you're going by, you swear one of the figures you see just kind of shadow boxed against the background looks awfully familiar. Looks like people you've met in the past. People that maybe you've killed, like cultists. It's just something about them just seems familiar. You can't shake that feeling that person shouldn't have been there. So go ahead and take 1d4 sanity drop. As you swear you just saw, well, a ghost.
4! Perfect.
4.
Okay.
It's late.
My side's up 4 points.
Yay! It's late at night now, and you finally arrive in the town of Guretz. Unfortunately, because the thing didn't save, the town is not complete at the moment.
That's
but
fine.
it will be next time we play. But so in the meantime, we'll use our theater of their mind. And when you get into town, there is relatively close into its entrance of a sign that says hotel, available rooms,
Okay.
vacancy, or I should say.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
You beat me to it.
Okay, guys, we still have like a half hour to 45 minutes left.
All right.
So you get into town. and then you see a sign for a hotel that says vacancy.
Okay. I'm guessing it's a small town. It's probably the only inn.
Yeah, it's a relatively small town, smaller town than even Black Point. This seems to be pretty secluded up in the northeastern woodland area. When you start getting in, when you start getting into Canada, you start running into more land than people.
Right. Interesting. Well, let's stop in. Ark, you want to come in with me, bud? You want to hang out in the mist?
I'm coming with you.
Okay. Come
Okay.
on inside, man.
The feeling of being watched never leaves.
I,
But
s-
the thought,
I see dead people.
I see dead people. But the fog never enters the town. It never covers the streets. It seems
Interesting.
to stick to the outside woodland area.
All
But
right.
it feels as if the whole thing is watching you.
Of course it is.
What do you mean you can't use your points, Blood? Did someone block it?
Oh, it might not be. It might not be on.
Oh, sorry guys. Unfortunately, due to some technical problems, there are technical situation. I don't think we can enable them.
I was gonna say, it says I have 0.
Weird.
Really?
Maybe something's with Twitch.
Is Twitch misbehaving?
Oh well, it kicked me out for one. That's why
Oh
it says
my.
I had 0.
Let's see here. Yes, they are all grayed out.
Well, highlight my message works.
Yeah, that's the only one. The rest of them are all grayed out. But I think you have to turn them on because you're streaming here.
What?
Highlights should always work, but it's the other
Yeah.
ones that are always grayed out.
Yeah.
Weird. We'll figure it out. But don't worry, guys. We will definitely get them with more stuff either way. And as I said, it's not over yet. We're just trying to get them all set up here. So you get into the hotel, and it's not the best hotel you've been to, but it's passable for sleeping in for a day or two. You get up to the counter, and there is a gentleman just kind of reading that day's newspaper, not really paying much attention, but there is a bell, one of those desk bells on the counter in front of him.
We'll give it a little. Well, I mean, if he's right there, I don't need to. Dang it. It's good day, sir.
You're like, oh. And he's like, looks at his watch and then looks at you and goes, oh, I wasn't expecting any customers this late. How was the ride in?
The mist is quite thick.
He goes, oh yeah, it gets quite thick around here. Be careful with that. You know, people have gone missing in the mists around here.
Is that a fact?
He goes, yeah. But anyways, how can I help you tonight? You looking for a room?
Yes. Yeah. Driving around out there does not seem to be a good idea.
He goes, all right. He's like, I could set you up for two separate beds, blah blah blah. And he goes through the whole thing's like, and he gives you the amount. It's a wage that you would be able to afford, so it won't affect your
Okay.
it won't affect your wealth at all.
Right. Okay.
And he gives you a key. It's one of those hotels where the entrance to your room is like on the outside, like a strip kind of thing.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so you'd have to walk basically back outside and then walk along the sidewalk to your room.
A motel, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
He
Ark,
goes,
you holding up okay, bud?
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Why? Leave me alone.
You look a
So
bit shaken, my friend.
your buddy there is a little shaken up.
We're
Is he,
fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine now. Thanks. Fine. How are you?
Apparently, he's fine.
goes, okay then. He goes, well, good night. He goes, if you need anything, I'm here till pretty early in the morning, and then my coworker will take over for tomorrow's shift. So, and then he just kind of like goes back to his newspaper, and under his breath he goes, "Tourists."
Right.
Oh, it's fixed. Uh-oh. Why'd you do that?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Why'd you
so you are that. So you are prompted to go to your back outside into your hotel room.
right?
Do you dare go to your hotel room?
Getting awfully sketchy. Yeah. When I walk outside, I like to look around and see if there's any white stones laying around, because apparently we need some white stones.
Ah, very good, very good.
Like, is there
Yeah,
something?
go ahead and I feel like just searching, spending some time to search should be
Okay.
adequate enough. I don't think spot hidden because they're not hiding.
Right, it's just rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and invest a couple moments to collect as many same sized white pebbles or rocks as you could find.
Yeah.
Ark, you're still a bit shooken up, so but the feeling both of you still have that feeling, but Ark so far is the only one who's actually seen anything.
Right.
Everything else for you can be chalked up as to just the shapes messing with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, I rolled a 33.
Okay. It takes you a couple of minutes to kind of walk around the parking lot. Uh, you feel a bit of an anxiety every time you kind of get to the perimeter of. Can somebody spend points to make a stone not a stone? I mean, technically. But as you during the moments of your scavenging, when you get too close to the edge of the lot, oftentimes you can feel yourself get a little bit more uncomfortable, as if something is.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Is trying to lure you.
Over 10,000
Wrath.
points. I mean, I
And
haven't
it
used a
has
big block
has
of wood.
Wrath.
just been successful.
Wrath of the Game Master.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Wrath of the Game Master.
Yep.
Are we gonna lose our hotel deposit if I burn the whole city down?
So during your scavenge hunt for white pebbles,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you both again roll for sanity, assuming that Ark is even outside and not waiting for you to finish doing what you're doing, or has just beeline for the hotel room.
Oh, Ark went straight for the room. Ark isn't even looking outside.
Okay.
Nope.
Then Obadiah, I'm afraid that this is your burden alone.
All right, that's fine.
As
I'm
you
just trying to find some rocks to protect
as
my
you
friend.
scavenge around, you hear rustling coming from the tree line. That is still a good distance away, but not that far. You, if anything, uh, were to say break out and run towards you, you'd have plenty ample time to prepare. But that does not stop you from still hearing something that distance away.
Hmm. All right. What do I have on me? Like, am I just
You
my
have
cane, or?
you have whatever amenity equipment that you carry
I
on
mean,
you
I
typically.
mean, I know it's the 1920s, but I feel like I didn't just walk in there with my shotgun slung over my shoulder.
Probably not your shotgun. You probably opted to leave that in the truck, but you
Yeah.
do have your sword cane
All right.
and
How
whatnot.
how far am I from the truck?
About equidistant away from where the tree lining is. So if you had to double back to the truck for whatever reason, you could probably reach it in the same full-on sprint that you could reach the tree line.
All right. Well, I think I'd like to back my way towards the truck, but keep
Okay.
my eye on the tree line.
Okay. The rustling does not stop, and you get to the truck itself. You
Okay.
go to open it up, and what you see is horrifying.
Of course it is.
What you see is Smirnoff bleeding out in his truck.
Oh, that's horrible.
Go ahead and roll sanity.
All right. Bah, bah, bah.
You're 3 away. It might be worth spending the luck, but it's up to you.
Um. Yeah, we probably should. All right, we just made it. We just made it.
You just made it. It takes you only moments to realize that what you're looking at isn't real. As you know, the last place Smirnoff was still living in a hospital where you left him.
Okay.
When you shake this visage off, though, you get the sense that you have angered something that was trying to trick you, trying to get a reaction out of you, but you had stolen that from them. You basically had ruined their fun,
Right.
and they don't like that.
Of course, I don't like that.
Can't imagine
Dang
why.
I get my hands on my shotgun.
Yeah, the rustling in the tree line stops, but the feeling of being watched now feels more malice-y, if that's a
Right.
word. It's filled more with malice than
Malicy.
Sure.
malice-y.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not a word. It is now.
Malicious is the word. you're looking
Malicious.
for.
Malicious, yes.
Sorry, it's late, and words
is.
never work for me. Now they send in the tentacles? Yeah, right.
And then tentacles.
So
And then-
is this evil thing wet as well?
Is it wet? I
Yeah.
don't know.
So I was just hoping we could say it was moist and malicious.
Moist and malicious.
Cthulhu chocolate chip cookies. They're moist and delicious. They're tentacly delicious. Oh my god. Anyway. All right.
I'm
Oh,
so
God.
sorry that I'm the way I am.
And my rifle is there as well. Do I actually have a
yes.
scope? Do I have a scope on my rifle?
I thought you did.
I think I do too. I'd like to look down the scope of my rifle to the tree line.
Okay. Oh man. And of course I gotta do it to him because he's
Yeah, no.
it's the
Oh,
easiest
no.
lead-in ever.
Oh no.
You pull up your rifle and you peek down your scope to the edge of the tree line. And you don't see anything. You just see the edge of the tree line and the dark shadows beyond it. Perhaps some movement, but it could be chalked up to the wind, or maybe even a small animal, like a raccoon or something.
Right.
It isn't until you lower your rifle that you are in close encountered with what otherwise would be something twisted and horrid to all the senses. A ghastly figure that attempts to take a swipe at you.
Yeah. All right. Bust out your dice, Augie. I'm not scared. Please don't
Okay.
kill me.
Okay. Let's see here. Where are you? Oh, there you go. Okay. And then I will go ahead and You are slashed with claw-like fingers
For 2 rinses.
for 6 points.
Oh my god!
And though your clothes are not torn, you can feel the scratch marks on your chest, and they are bleeding.
Ooh. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Let's see, where do I gotta do current HP?
Yeah, current HP
Yeah,
is what you
current
want to
current
do.
HP. Yeah. You don't want to do the max one because you don't
Right,
want to
I'm
lose.
down to 7. That hurt. I'm not much of a tank.
Did I hear that?
You would have heard what sounded like something screech. Assuming Obadiah, what's your reaction to that? Do you fire? Do you yell out?
I got an incinerate in my pocket.
Oh
Set
no.
it set it incinerated in your pocket, or
Oh no. Oh, here we go.
I mean, I'm holding a rifle in my hand, and if it's close enough to slash me, I can't shoot it with a rifle. I mean,
true.
so
All
and
right.
it can only hit me one more time before I'm probably dead. So we need to kill it, kill it.
Okay. Go ahead and uh,
Oh, here,
you go to cast incinerate. Almost immediately, the words come flowing to your mind as the heat of the wound fuels the heat of the spell.
1 sanity points.
Cast you use 6 magic points, and then lose 1d6 sanity points.
Let's see,
Ah,
1, 2. Oh, I gotta roll. I gotta roll. It's 1d6. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Let's roll this
And
blue bomber
Archie
guy here.
short and the monster will miss him.
Oh,
Oh!
one! Oh my
Whoa!
goodness.
My God.
Ark is still winning the Sanity Loss contest.
Obadiah, your anger of being attacked is far greater than what this spell could ever do to your sanity.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Instantaneously, your hands light up as if catching on fire themselves. And as you reach out and point to the creature that you wish dead, you must make opposed POW rolls.
Yep.
So go ahead and roll your power roll.
I mean, your power is 75, so
Yeah. And I roll this creature's power roll.
don't F this up. Okay. That is not F'd up.
What'd you get?
56.
So, does an opposed roll go by the difference between his power and what he rolled, or?
So yeah, opposed roll basically single target shows the caster makes an opposed power roll against the target. If the target wins, the spell has no effect. So basically, yeah, it's based on
The difference between
the
your
values. Yeah, the value success.
Okay, so it's a normal success, difference of 19.
That's okay because it had a complete failure.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna burn. Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
and
You don't
almost
burn to die.
the successful cast spell inflicts 1d6 points of damage per round as the target's metabolism accelerates. So go ahead and roll 1d6.
All right, now let's not roll a 1. I got a 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So almost immediately, this thing recoils back, unsure of what you just did to it,
Mm.
It knows I did a thing.
and unsure what it is. All I know is that you burned it a little, and it's before it goes in for another slice. It slowly begins to realize exactly what's going on. Go ahead and roll another d6.
All right. How about Hey.
All right. This creature has now begun to realize what you have done to it.
Mm.
And it is now just death throwing in pain as it is slowly being incinerated from the inside out. And it's wailing and screeching. You can hear Ark, for sure.
Yep. I'm staying in my room. I'm staying in my room. Love you, Obi, but I'm
You just see the blinds open, just a hair that close.
nope.
Just a straight up.
Just
It
straight up noping out of that.
it attempts to flee you, Obadiah, thinking that perhaps getting away from your presence will save it. But as it
Nope.
runs off into the distance, you see like a lantern in the night thing go up in flames and momentarily lighting the shadow until finally that light dims and is gone along with any semblance of said creature.
Can I read through the actual description of what happens in the third and fourth rounds for this thing? By the
Go
third
for it.
and fourth rounds, internal fluids reach boiling point, and the target writhes in agony while coughing up steaming bile, blood, and bits of their own boiled organs. The process continues past death, eventually reducing the corpse to ashes and bone fragments.
Yes. And that thing,
I have to roll another sanity roll.
do you?
Yep.
That's witnessing such a demise calls for a sanity roll. One
Oh,
1d6 loss.
To be fair,
But
you
does that
witnessed it
count
from
if
very
he's the
far
one
away.
who did it?
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
If it's an outside source sees it.
Oh,
So
I see.
if another person was there and witnessed it.
Yeah.
But to be fair, you didn't actually see it go up in ash. You saw it starting to writhe and then started to run, and then when it was running out into the forest, it then combusted for a short while and then it went out.
Nice.
Creatures of the
Is the-
night, what have we learned?
That's right.
Don't mess with Obadiah.
Is the feeling of being watched gone, or is it
No.
still prevalent?
It's still prevalent, but now it feels less callous and more concerned.
It's now less trying to make you afraid. It's now afraid of you.
Yeah.
It realizes now that it does not see prey, it sees perhaps another predator.
Yeah. We'll walk to the edge of the mist.
Okay.
Do I see anything else moving out there in the tree line?
You see occasional shadows form and disappear and whatnot, but nothing close to you. And the fog does not move from your presence, but does not move any closer either.
Send a bigger dog next time. We'll go to the hotel room.
Obadiah, don't taunt the elder god.
I'm gonna need to grab the medical kit out of the truck and
Yeah.
sew my chest up.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Are
Ark,
Or are
you
you
come,
sewing
The,
arc?
the
You come
balls
back
of
in.
this man. The balls of this man.
you come back in and you see Obadiah, and he's got blood on his shirt, but you don't see the tearing from his shirt. It is not until he raises his said shirt that you see the 3-clawed claw mark that is digged in deep on his
Jesus,
chest.
Obi.
But you also see the smirk of accomplishment on Obadiah's face as he had proved his point to whatever is out there.
Incinerate works. Chef's kiss, perfect.
As intended.
Oh, good, because I can cast it exactly once. And my power is 35, so I genuinely don't think it'll work.
Oh man.
But I guess I could try it.
Now's a good time to practice your sewing if you want to up your medicine skills, or I can try and sew myself
I
up.
mean, I could try, but I have 1% in medicine, so I'm pretty sure I'd F it up. I do have a 32 in first aid though.
Oh,
Yeah, your first aid you'll be good.
My first aid is much better than my long-term medicine
all right.
skills.
You stop the bleeding, and I'll.
You can attempt to stop the bleeding.
I'll give it a shot. I'm
All right.
not so good at this, but we'll see.
That's all right. I just
Nope.
wanted an opportunity. No.
Nope,
Okay.
fail.
All right.
But not a horrible fail.
Right.
All right. I'm just gonna take the needle and thread away from you.
Yep, that's fine. I
Can you-
accept this.
No, you know what? It's the only way you're gonna level up the skill, though.
True.
Is there a role for me to teach Ark how to sew up a wound?
You can assist him with your first aid roll.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you wanted to,
Yeah.
since you have a much higher first aid roll than
Yeah.
he does, you could roll, and then I could figure out what the difference between your rolls are, and then subtract it off of his roll.
Okay. Yeah, because if I can, it's a good opportunity to teach you a skill that I have.
Oh my god! You just rolled a 1?
I'm a professional. I'm a military surgeon.
Jesus Christ.
That's how it's done.
Well, that's easy math. That's easy math.
You not only heal yourself, but you actually de-age yourself by 2 years.
Yeah, that's easy math. So he reduced it. So he reduced your roll to 1 from 49 difference.
Yep.
So
Wow.
with his guidance, you do successfully. Though not without tricking him a few extra times accidentally, of course.
Right. That's all right. That's a good way for him to level up his skill.
Help patch him back up.
Does that count as a success for me?
I will allow it to count as a success because you did learn from the experience.
But does he get a success because he rolled as well?
Yes,
or? Okay.
because he assisted with it as well.
All right, that's fine. I mean, that just seems like a.
It is a combined success.
All
So.
right, fair.
Now we can't find the needle. So where'd the needle go?
Listen, don't breathe.
Cut the threads.
You'll be fine.
Gotta start over. Has anyone seen my watch?
But Obadiah, I will also say, go ahead and gain 2 more Cthulhu Mythos, as you have come across a new creature.
I didn't like it. Okay, boop.
But it didn't like being caught on fire. So you know.
You didn't like it. It definitely didn't like you.
And with the increase of Cthulhu Mythos comes a decrease of maximum sanity. So you're now down to 67 max sanity.
Ooh, oh.
Oh, wow.
So 67 right there.
Yeah.
Ye gods.
The cost of meeting new friends.
Yep.
Oof. So I explained to Ark exactly what happened outside.
Oh my god.
He basically let this thing try to scare him. Didn't work. Got pissed. Decided to attack him. And then immediately regretted.
Got magic. He's got magic. Guys, he's got magic. Ah!
Perhaps you are more powerful than you let yourself believe.
Did I manage to find the rocks?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But you now know that you have tools to your disposal that can handle these things that perhaps you never would have been able to before.
Yeah, that would have been. That's not a knife fight that I wanted to get into. As strong as my guy is, he did a lot of damage.
And this thing didn't look organic. It looked like it might have been spectral in some way, to a degree. So the fact that your spell not only still worked on it, but also, as far as you know, destroyed it.
Are you telling me the ghosts have metabolisms?
I'm telling you that this thing works differently.
Okay. I accept that. I accept that wholeheartedly.
It might not be the ghost that you think a ghost is.
Right. Something semi-corporeal?
Yeah.
Do I need to bust out my Phasmophobia journal, figure out what kind of ghost it was?
No, I don't think that'll help. This is something new.
There isn't a page in here for eldritch gods and monsters.
There's something conceptually new.
Yeah.
But you are now in Gurette, Maine, in a motel, patched up, angry. And
yeah, I'm kind of mad about how fast that thing closed the gap. That's concerning.
But a little bit more enlightened to know now you can handle it to a degree.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
And that is something that we can do next time.
Dun
dun dun.
All right then.
So, who lost the most amount of sanity?
It was
Wow,
actually hard.
it was actually me because I lost
Yeah.
I lost 4, and
Yeah.
CJ only lost 1.
I did all the casting, I did all the crap rolling, and Aaron actually beat me out on it.
Yeah,
Wow. So there you go.
thanks to one crappy encounter.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Oh
Oh.
man,
Man, that was wild. I did not see that coming.
oh amazing.
Well, before we go to bed, we're casting Circle of Protection Warding.
Oh yeah, for sure. I
Around
figured
the
that was what
hotel
you were
room.
going to do
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So that won't.
So we've
cost you
just
anything.
managed to give Bloodwolf all the points back that he spent on Wrath of the Game Master.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, that's fantastic.
That is.
Next time we play, I'll have a whole new town all set
Poor-
up for you guys to run around
Very
in.
nice.
Poor Conrad, never bet against Ark losing sanity. Yeah, it's probably not a great idea because my insanity just keeps going down.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
I need to. What I should have picked was I need to take a week off so I can get my sanity and luck back up.
Yeah.
Like, dear God.
There are times where you can just take weeks off at a time, but it
Yeah.
requires a bit of finagling on my end to kind of work out how you can do that, like in conjunction to how we're playing and timeline wise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I'm gonna take a month off. Okay, well, a month later, a lot of shit can happen.
A lot of
True.
stuff has happened. The cultists have taken over the town.
All right. So, future stuff. We're not streaming this Sunday. No board games.
And Thursday, I'd like to do Tainted Grail.
Yes.
That's
Finally.
Tainted
Yeah,
Grail.
that's what I wanted to talk about. Like,
Yeah, because I'll be back tomorrow. So.
Yeah, and Tainted Grail is something we've been looking forward to checking out and sharing with you guys for some time now. So
Yeah, we got the table all set up now. So it should work out
really
good.
excited. We've worked through the game. We have a basic grasp of it, so hopefully we won't be stumbling too much as we
I put
play.
the PDF in the Discord too. So if you guys want to brush up on the multiplayer rules, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And then we'll go do that. It's a little episodic. It is a campaign game. It's a choose your own adventure, but in a horrifying way.
Yeah.
But if it's something that you guys think you would want to buy, you may not want to watch too much of it. So if it ends up being a game where you're like, oh, I really like this game, it will be completely spoiler filled. So,
Yikes.
just keep that in mind if there's anybody who is planning on buying the game. If you've been eyeballing it, that might take away from it a little bit.
Eric just figured CJ had redecorated. Nope, he's in a hotel.
Hotel in the Finger Lakes. So.
On vacation and having the time of his life, one hopes.
Yes. Yeah, we're definitely having a good time.
Very good,
I'm gonna go see what the missus is up to. I'll catch you guys later.
Genuinely jealous. All right, so we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for coming. Like I said, no stream this Sunday, but we will be back next Thursday with Tainted Grail. Please come back for that. It should be a fantastic time. So we will see you guys then. Take it easy. Keep yourself safe. And we will catch you guys next time.
Laters.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.